BpsRps Live 5/9/22. It's been 5, 9, 10, 11, it's been about 13 days since we last had the flux capacitor at maximum capacity. Lots happened in baseball since April 26th. I have no idea what it was, but lots happened. We're going to check some scores out now. We're waiting on, let's see, ESPN. Phillies are playing at 9:40. They start their 3-game series with the Seattle Mariners. Let's see. I know Oakland's playing Detroit today. Here we go. Oakland's winning at Detroit 1-0. Orioles beat the Royals 6. Royals should be ashamed of themselves. Yankees beat the Rangers 1-0. I wonder if it was a Little League home run. And Brewers are up 3-1 over the Reds. A couple more games on tap later. Guardians at White Sox, Rays and Angels. Should be a good game. Cubs recalled Frank Schwindel, so we're very happy about that. Frank Schwindel, congratulations. That's all that I have in baseball. Let's look at some standings. We haven't checked the standings. What's up, Paul? How are you, buddy? It's been a while. It's been a couple weeks since the flux capacitor has been burning. I'm looking right now. Your Yankees 2.5 games up over Tampa, the AL East. That's great. Wow, Baltimore. Baltimore's ahead of Boston. I didn't know Boston was doing that bad. What's up, King M? Sorry about the hiatus. Mini Bips had a tournament last Saturday, so I had kind of threw a damper in the plans for the previous week. A lot of late nights practice and stuff like that, and I just took a break. Just got up and said I'm going to take a break. Is that you or one of the cats? Is that you? Oh my God. Mrs. Bips has turned into a cat. I couldn't differentiate if it was her or the cat. Yeah. No, you're fine. How many cats do we have? 2.5. I just said 2.5. You hear me? She said 2. I read Paul's statement. I said 2.5. You said 2.5 at the same time. Yeah, 2.5. That's why we're married, because we have 2.5 cats. He's laughing his ass off. I can't say what the F stands for in his initials though, because this is not suitable for kids. Yeah, 2.5. Mrs. Bips is half cat right now. I guess the other two influenced her. Sorry, Mike, but we have cats. You heard him? Anyway, Minnesota's in first place in the Central. Kansas City's like 9-17. Oakland's in last. That makes me. The Phillies 4th place. There's one division. Yeah, the NL West. Every team is over 500. Even Arizona and Colorado. It's pretty crazy. The Cubs only have 5. I mean, the Reds only have 5 wins. The Cubs have 9 wins. I think the Cubs and Reds should be eliminated, like thrown out of the league. I don't know. The Mets are 20-10. That's amazing. Yankees are 20-8. All right, okay. What else we got here? You want to see some stats? I think Juan Soto has 1 RBI more than his home runs, if that state is still in play. Taylor Ward 2nd in the league with a 364 average, former first-round pick. Home runs: Rizzo, Cron, Buxton, Judge. Willie Adames is tied for 2nd with 8. Rowdy Tellez tied for 3rd, 24 RBIs. Ty Francis tied for 2nd with hits, 37. Julio Rodriguez, the Seattle wonderkind prospect with 10 stolen bases. Jorge Mateo 2nd with 9. He was always fast. Still only batting like 240, which isn't bad for him. He was lucky to bat 110. previous years. Wins, Joe Musgrove with 4. Pablo Lopez has an ERA of 1. Merrill Kelly, 1.22. I heard he was doing good. Logan Gilbert, 1.36. Nestor Cortez is a Yankee pitcher, 1.41. And no real surprises in other categories. Alek Manoah, Toronto pitcher, tied for second with quality starts with 5. So that's not bad. Mike Franco is only 7 behind the league lead. Couple hot games, right? So we're gonna go from domestic to world. WWE World Wrestling Entertainment. This is a Heritage Series. I have no idea who this guy is on the front. I don't think they will put a jobber on the front. So if anybody knows who he is, let me know. Look for NXT Superstars and Tag Team autographs. I like to get a Tag Team autograph of the British Bulldogs or Wyndham and Rotundo. The Road Warriors. SD Jones and Steve Lombardi. All right, these are in the mold of, I think, 90 Pops. This is Shotzi, because this is the owner of the Reds, Marge Shotzi. Was heard she was younger. That was from SmackDown. This is NXT Adam Cole. This is Alex Cole's brother. This is a rookie card of Timothy Thatcher, the brother of Margaret Thatcher, Prime Minister of England. It's the only way he got this job. Chrome rookie, too. Hold on to this. Here's Vader, who looks absolutely nothing like Darth Vader. Maybe it's Darth Vader under the mask, without the mask on. AJ Styles. I know the name. Remember, that's what he looked like. He's a good wrestler. He reminds me of a cross between Lane Staley and Chris Cornell. Speaking of best in the business, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. I just received an Allen and Ginter card from 2021 Topps Heritage WWE. Naomi and Eva Marie. Not bad. Not bad. Everybody has a price. That's right. That's what he used to say. He was the behind the scenes financer of NWO, if I remember right. That was an interesting pack. Star Wars Battle Plans. The goal here is the real Vader. Governor Tarkin, well, Grand Moff Tarkin, evacuate in her moment of triumph. I think you overestimate their chances. Jimmy! Jimmy's riding high after what your Mets did to the Phillies, huh? It's still early. General Dodonna gives a briefing. yeah, I remember that. What happened? Did he kick the ball away from the kid? He kicked the ball, right. I'm going to YouTube that. I haven't seen that in years. A poor kid. Yeah, they were all good games. They were. They get no hit and then they beat Scherzer. Jin and Cassian transmit the plans. Blue border. Chewbacca. What the hell's he doing here? Looks like he's fondling an Ugnaught. Here we go. This is a nice Vader. This is a gold border at the end of Rogue One. And Wedge flying into the trench. Nice cards. You know, based on their history, I don't see it. I'm just hoping Buck Showalter doesn't keep his calming influence, but their pitching has been strong, even without DeGrom. That's what's scaring me a little. We got some Philly prospects trivia tonight. I keep getting pop-ups over here. Microsoft Store, Matt Vierling. I don't think he's played in years. Matt Vierling, Bowman. These are rookies. Casey Martin first. Jordan Vieira's Bowman first. And Mick Abel, a futurist. He's been on fire in the minor leagues. Enjoying before the Phillies trade him for Hector Neris. The Mets will win the World Series. We have two different points of view. Big league. I don't know. I hope they don't. No offense, Jim. AL strikeout leaders: Bieber, Lynn, and Cole. Bieber, Giolito, and Cole. Bad guess bets. Wilson Contreras. He had 2 home runs in one game last week. Speaking of 2 home runs in one game, back-to-back Mets. Pete Alonso, the polar bear. He's sort of embarrassed the Phillies. And you didn't say when. And Jeff McNeil. Jeff McNeil, he looks like Kason Shreve. I thought Kason Shreve was McNeil when he was pitching. It was Thursday night. I said, wow, they got McNeil pitching. I was wrong. And then another NL East pitcher, Max Fried, I don't know how to pronounce his name. How about Kyle Wright, what he's doing for the Braves? I think he came into this year with an ERA of about 12, and he's been an ace this year. The Flying Squirrel. That's right. I actually remember that the other night when I was watching him. Because of you. Mike Yastrzemski. There you go, Trevor Rogers, another NL East pitcher. I think the Phillies lit his ass up in opening week. Sam Huff, rookie. I hope he develops. Got a couple shares of him. Souvenirs, 450 feet. Javier Baez, 458 and 50 feet of swings and misses. Loves to strike out. And orange border, Paul DeJong. I think he's batting 110 this year. It's a good pack if you like the NL East. It's still early, guys. Still early. A lot could happen. Has he been there that long? Well, who's their catcher now? The Mets. Like who's blocking Alvarez from being called up? Opening day. James McCann, that's right. He's been struggling since he signed that contract. I actually wanted the Phillies to get him before he signed with the Mets, but they wound up getting real mediocre. Guess I'm glad they didn't get McCann, but he's only got another year on that contract. If McCann continues to struggle or gets hurt, I would think they call Alvarez up, especially that they're in. It's past the manipulation time, and they're in contention. So they'll pull out all the stops. So you might see Alvarez soon. Wow, that's pretty impressive. And I think he's probably has a high batting average too, right? The guy can hit and hit with power. Sort of like Jose Abreu a couple of years. He's still a good player, this guy. Paul, if you're still on, here's Aaron Judge. 274. Not bad. For a catcher with that power, that's actually pretty damn good. 20 years old, putting up those numbers. Jackson Kowar. You know what I think of Cubs pitchers? I'm starting to think that with these Royal pitchers. They have all of these young pitchers, Carlos Hernandez, Kowar, Bubic, Lynch, all them. I'm not trusting the Royals on how they develop their pitching. I don't think we have a Royals correspondent, so I don't have to apologize to him or her. But even if we did, I wouldn't apologize. They should apologize for how they develop their pitchers, right? We got Bernie Brewer. Bernie Boner Brewer. Mascot. Bernie Brewer. He debuted in 1973. He's older than me. He enjoyed an upgrade to his living arrangements for 2021. The team built him a new chalet in the left field area of American Family Field, inspired by the mascot's original home at County Stadium. Both feature German-style architecture with flowers in the window. Well, here's my thinking on that. I think you know my thoughts. Always sell prospect cards before they get called up. Like the day they get promoted, sell them because they struggle a little. I mean, you're going to lose some of those gambles, but most of the time, a lot of these prospects don't. I don't know. Alec Thomas, they just called him up the Diamondbacks. He's going to be a good player, but think about it. 5 years from now, is Alec Thomas going to be any better than Jeff McNeil? Like, what kind of numbers is he going to put up? And look at the current player comps, card values. Yeah, catchers don't really hold their value. I don't know. If you have the opportunity to make a few bucks, I would. Tristan McKenzie. He's having a good year. Turned around a little bit. Sonny Gray. He's on the Twins now. He's on the injured list, too. Final card, Emmanuel Clace. He came over from the Rangers in the Shields trade. Middle reliever. Rough night. Let's think of a trivia question. Day in baseball. Is it really? Oh my God. That's amazing. 200, 300 bones. Hey, I'm not telling you what to do, but it's a nice little piece of chump change. I mean, if he comes up and bats, if he's batting 274 now, if he comes up and bats 260 with 25 home runs, I don't know. Think of a catcher who does that and look at his rookie cards now. Scotty C, what's going on, buddy? 30 minutes left. Is it still at 99? Scott and I, we split a break on the Phillies, and we scored if I'm saying his name wrong, I apologize. Earmuffs kids, Hoser Garcia, auto to 50. And because we split it, I suggested that we cut the card in half. I'll take the upper half. He could take the lower half. But then we thought about the card's already up to 100 on eBay. So if we cut it, maybe we get 100 for both sides. Could double our price. Something to think about. But the kid is fast. The kid has like 15, 16 steals already. And if he can hit the ball a little bit more, he could be a great leadoff hitter for the Phillies or the Mariners when they trade him to Seattle for Johan Ramirez and Andres Munoz when they need relievers in July when they're 20 games behind the Braves. Oh yeah, definitely. I did it a couple weeks ago with a Pujols auto. Funds to breaks. Yes. Like Donruss came out just now. Not just now, like last week. I look at the checklist. There's no Canseco. There's no Schmidt. Not even a Bo Jackson. Like my tertiary PC. No Pat Burrell. I don't want Donruss. I want the thrill of opening the package, seeing a Canseco or Bone. All right, so $100 on that card. That's pretty good. Think about that. $100 for a card. The kid played maybe about 30 games of single A ball, and he's batting like 200. So yeah, Alvarez. We're just talking about Francisco Alvarez, Scott. Alvarez should be way higher than that. Let's see, a catcher. There you go, Jim. James McCann in a good year could bat 260 with 20 home runs. So if Alvarez is like 270 with, I don't know, 25 home runs, how much more will his card be than James McCann? Yauser Garcia, if he turns into Alberto Mondesi, 40 steals, 220, 230 average, what's his card going to be worth then? It's not like a downer with these cards, I'm sorry. Scary, lighting everything tonight. I don't know the second word. Dieting everything? Listing everything tonight. I didn't know what the E should have been an S. All right, it makes sense. They're very close in the keyboard. Usually better at translating those things. I mean, hey, look, if he blows up and becomes a 350 hitter with 40 home, if he becomes Johnny Bench, I'm going to delete this broadcast. But what are the odds? That's the way I look at it. If you got a few $100 card, I don't know. Invest in Bitcoin. No, don't do that. I don't know anything about that. I'm kidding. I don't know if I'm being the voice of reason or just being a pessimistic POS. But I am optimistic that the Phillies are going to win tonight. They're going to go into Seattle. They're going to take 2 out of 3. That's true. I mean, keep the ones you like. I mean, if you like the way they look, yeah, but I mean, the Bowmans and the other ones, if you like the way they look, I mean, unless you need the money, if you don't have to sell them, don't. But if you're keeping them holding on, like I don't know, what's his name? Alec Bohm. Let's say he turns out to be a great hitter. I got, I don't know, 10 of his rookies, like the tops rookies. I thought to myself, is somebody really going to buy them in like 20 years for more than like $3? Probably not. But 4 different 101s. That's your boy then. You got a ton of them. A ton of his rookies and pre-rookies. I mean, if he's one of your favorite players, you like him, you don't have to get rid of it. But if you're looking just for the gamble, the investment piece, I don't know. Hey, look, I'm giving advice, and I don't even know who Adam Cole is. Trading card database. I signed up for that about 2 weeks ago, as a matter of fact. Coincidentally, I've been putting my Jose's on there, Canseco's. Pretty cool site. I just wish you can click everything all in like one page instead of like 100 pages for each player and just hit add. But passes the time. I can't think of a trivia question. Yeah, I think once I use it a little more, I'll get used to it. Looking for a baseball player who was born today. Yeah, I know there's some Jose Canseco's I never even heard of before. Here we go. Tony Gwynn was born today in 1960. Um, I don't even think they threw him in a game yet, did they? Morales. Did they even pitch him? I checked yesterday. He didn't appear. Maybe tonight he'll get an inning or two in. I'd like to see what he could do. He really started taking off once they moved him to the bullpen. Bernard Gilkey had 3 hits in an inning. I've never heard that before. That's crazy. His team must have won the game, or well, his team must have scored like for that to happen. His team must have scored like 15 runs in that inning, maybe. Yeah, Donruss had teacher sets, grand slammers, a whole bunch of cello pack inserts. It was crazy what Donruss did that I just learned about over the last few months. The Bobby Valentine mustache. All right, here you go. That's a trivia question tonight for the Phillies prospect set, rookie set. Which player had 3 hits in 1 inning in the minor leagues before? Don't type the answer here. Tweet it at the end of the broadcast just to make it fair for everybody. And that's all I got tonight, fellas. So thank you for the welcome back. Good stuff. It's been too long. Bobby Valentine in disguise. If you put Bobby Valentine's mustache up, that's a winner. So, good talk of baseball. It's been too long. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. You guys keep watching. I'll keep ripping. Have a great night, everybody.